Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This morning's class is a morning flow to build that energy within and shift anything that we don't want to take with us through the week, through the past, get rid of the past week, and just check back in with ourselves, see how we're feeling. Let's get started. So starting in that comfortable position, maybe up on a cushion or on a block. We can feel quite stiff first thing in the morning, so just making sure you've got some comfort. You can either close down the eyes or gaze forwards. When we are coming onto our mats first thing in the morning, sometimes we're still quite sleepy and we're meant to be building energy rather than going back to sleep. So if you are feeling a little bit sleepy still, maybe just gazing forwards instead of closing the eyes this morning might just be enough for you. Settling into that breath. Taking nice deep breaths through the nose. Feeling yourself root down through your spine into the ground beneath you where you're supported. And that energy flowing back up through the spine into the crown of the head, creating a lovely long tall spine this morning. For one that's going to support you through your day to day. And we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Working with your breath as you breathe in through the nose, as you rise up, and exhale on the way out. Nice and slow, feeling into those sticky areas of the body. Hopefully you've had a good sleep, but sometimes when our sleep isn't great, we have more tension in our backs, or maybe from stress from the week. So just really feeling into those sticky areas of the shoulders where we're holding that tension. And then the other way, so breathing in as you come forwards and exhaling as you come down. 3 more rolls. And on your next inhale, floating the arms up above your head, hands together. And exhale, come down into the cactus. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. And on our next cactus, we are going to twist to whatever side you would like to, your body feels like it would like to go to this morning. I'm going to go to the right. So exhale, cactus arms to the right. Letting that shoulder open. Feeling that twist through your body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the other side. One side might feel a little tighter than the other. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, down to the other side. Inhale, center. Back to the other side. Maybe each time you're twisting, you can open a little bit more. Or just let yourself ease into the pose. Inhale, center. As you twist to your other side, this time cactus in the arm, dropping that front hand onto the knee and bringing your back hand behind your back to support you and twisting that little bit more. Looking over the back shoulder. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And twisting as you breathe out. Lifting the arms up, back to center above our heads, and coming down to the other side, cactus in the arms, dropping that front hand onto the knee, and putting your hand behind your back. Twisting round to the other side. Feeling that twist and stretch the whole way down your back, maybe in your neck, maybe even in your hips. breathing into that space. And coming back to center. We're going to fold forwards now. Maybe you might want to remove your cushion or block if you're sat on one, but maybe keep it there if your hips are feeling a little bit tight this morning. So as we inhale, bringing the arms up, and exhale, folding forwards. We're not going to be staying here too long as we are building that energy within us. So as you inhale, roll the body forwards, tipping the chest up, almost into our cow position. Exhale all the way back down, curving the spine the other way into our cow. Inhale, roll forwards, coming onto maybe lowering the hands as you roll forward, tipping the head up, bringing the chest. Exhale, push back, curve the spine, coming into your cow. And on your next one, just folding forwards to wherever's comfortable for you. Maybe bringing the hands forward a little bit more. Having a little rock from side to side. Just feeling into those hips, into that spine, into the neck. Imagining as you're swaying, you're shifting any of that bad energy off that you don't want to take with you for the day. Like how dogs usually, they shake, not just normally when they're wet, but sometimes if a dog's given them something bad energy, if they've been barked at, you'll usually notice that a dog has a little shake afterwards. And it's like they're shaking their energy off that they don't want to take with them. So just having a couple moments here to do the same. Moving in any way that you feel like you need. For inhaling all the way back up. And we're going to come into tabletop to our cat-cow position. So knees are going under the hips, hands stacking underneath the shoulders. Dipping the belly, lifting the chest, bringing the head up. Exhale, tipping down. Curving the spine, pushing up between the shoulder blades with the hands. Letting the head go through the hands, looking back towards our hips. Inhaling forwards, dipping the belly, lifting the chest, the head goes up. Inhale, curving that spine again, pushing away with the hands, creating that lovely arch for our cat position. And maybe this time you find a little bit more movement. So maybe bending the elbows as you come forwards into your cow pose, lifting the chest, the head goes up. And then maybe as you come back to your cat, you are lifting your spine, your hips go under, you almost come back to child's pose. Before rolling forwards through bending the elbows into your cow. Again, lifting the belly, the hips go under, the head under. Coming back to almost child's pose and rolling through with the hands into our cow again. Just working with the breath here, however you feel like you want to move in this shape. Noticing where the sticky areas are. Maybe it's your shoulders and you want to have a little twist one way than the other. Maybe it's the hips need a little bit more loosening up. So just doing some circles. Just taking this moment to check in with yourself. Waking each part of the body up. Maybe it's moving the hands round. Waking up the wrists, the forearms. Before we come back. And then just placing the hands slightly further forwards. Coming down into our low cobra. So rolling forwards, bending at the elbows, the hands under shoulders, head goes down. Bringing your hands slightly wider than the mat on the fingertips. Elbows are engaged. Feet pressing into the mat. As we roll up into our cobra on our next inhale, head goes last. Exhale, roll all the way back down. The head comes down last. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down. Tucking the toes under and pushing ourselves back up to a high plank and coming into our first downward facing dog. Just having another check-in here before you have any movements. Noticing where any tightness is in the body. Or maybe just how you're feeling this morning. We didn't take that moment at the start of practice to check in. So now that you've woken up a little bit, maybe just take notice. There's no right, no wrong. It's just noticing how you're feeling. So you can work with whatever energy is going on inside and around you. And then maybe you want to start pedaling through the legs, or maybe moving your upper back if that's a little bit tight this morning. Just doing what's right for you. On our next inhale, we're going to come forwards with the right foot into our low lunge. Foot goes between the hands. The left knee drops down. Bringing ourselves up. Trying to tuck our tailbone under and engaging those glutes and those quads rather than really sinking into our hips to start with. So tucking the tailbone under, rising the hands up on our inhale and coming forward slightly. Hopefully feeling that stretch through the left hip flexor, maybe somewhere else on your right leg. And exhale, coming back to our half split. Half seated, the right foot goes up. Inhale, coming forwards into our low lunge. Hands sweep up. Exhale, your left hand comes down to your mat and you're going to come into your easy twist. Engaging through that back leg, lifting the knee up off the floor. Right hand is in the sky. Fingertips are nice and engaged, feeling that energy coming in through your hand, into your arm, and grounding yourself onto the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to come all the way around into your side forward fold. So having the feet in line with the edges of the mat. Inhaling, taking a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Taking a deep breath in through the nose here. And then exhaling out through the mouth and letting anything go. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. For inhaling, pushing yourself back up to a half lift. Coming back round to the front of the mat, into that low lunge, and pushing ourselves back to our downward facing dog. Just having a few breaths here to check back in. On your next inhale, bringing that left foot forward between the hands, dropping the back knee. Tucking that tailbone under again. Sweeping the hands up as we come into our low lunge. Feeling that hip flexor stretch on the other side. Maybe you'll have a few clunks and clicks like I do this morning. And then exhale, coming back into our half split. Inhale, coming forwards. Hands go up. Exhale, coming back to the half split once more. Inhale, coming forwards. The right hand comes down to the mat. The left arm goes up and we're engaging with that back leg again in our easy twist. Feeling that energy once again coming through the hands and into the body and grounding us to the mat. And on your next inhale, taking it all the way round to our side forward fold again. Bringing the feet in line with the edges of the mat. Taking that half lift before folding all the way forwards. Letting the head go, the neck go. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth to let it go again. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Coming all the way back round to our low lunge. And pushing back to our downward facing dog. Having 3 more breaths here. We're coming down onto the knees, crossing the ankles and rolling back to sit down on the mat. So bringing your left foot out in front of you, engaging the toes. We're going to bring our right knee in and just cross it over the leg into our half cow face pose. Now this, you can either feel in your hips, your quads. I often actually feel it in my calf of my other leg, but just depends on your body. If you want to sit on a block here, please do, as it's quite a tight stretch, but it should wake up all the back of the body. So inhaling all the way back up with our hands and exhale coming forwards. Having 2 breaths here. Inhaling all the way back up. Exhale down 1 more time. Keeping those toes pulled up, that foot and leg engaged. Maybe trying to keep the spine nice and long. Feeling that energy through the spine. Exhale all the way back up. Planting the foot back down and swapping to the other side. So right leg goes out, left leg goes over. Trying to stack our knees on top of each other. Inhaling the arms up and exhale down. Having those 3 breaths just to settle. Releasing the jaw, softening that space between your eyebrows. We can often clench our faces in poses that feel a little bit tough. Inhaling arms up. Exhale down. And inhaling all the way back up. Bringing the feet together into our Baddha Konasana, a butterfly pose. So your feet might be out here, or they might be up here. Wherever you feel like you need them this morning. Creating that nice tall spine again. Holding onto the feet, sometimes under the heels of the feet, actually feel a bit nicer to let those hips open that little bit more. Or you can have your hands around your toes, just to pull yourself that little bit more forwards. So whatever your aim is today, place your hands where you feel like you want them. And inhaling up, exhale, folding forwards into our Baddha Konasana pose. Checking back in with that face. Is that jaw still soft? Maybe you can feel any tension in your lower back or hips. Can you breathe into those spaces to just maybe let them soften that little bit more? Staying here for a few more breaths. Let these words be a reminder that you have the power to transform not only your own energy, but also those that are around you. Throw yourself into it. Positive change is contagious, and when it catches sparks in the right environments, it thrives. Change is one of the only constant things in life. Learn to embrace change, and you'll be brave enough to take a step to make a change when necessary. Inhaling all the way back up, and maybe just coming back onto the hands behind you and giving those legs a little windshield wipe from side to side. And then keeping the feet at the edges of the mat, bring yourself up into your malasana pose, your yogi squat. So feet to the edges of the mat, the knees are being pressed out with the elbows, keeping that spine nice and tall, before inhaling and pushing yourself all the way back up to our Tandasana, our mountain pose. So standing, taking a moment to ground the feet into the mat. Hands go beside you. Looking down at the floor again. And just taking a moment to feel the energy that you've created this morning. Placing one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Feeling your breath, your energy, maybe any shifts you've created for yourself. And remembering to take this feeling with you throughout your day to day, throughout your week, and checking back in when you need it. Have a good day.